Alright, I'll be back in a minute, guys. I'll leave it on this. I'm just going to go to the toilet and then I'll be back. Right, so now I'm back. Let's jump into it. Absolutely love this song. Absolutely love this scene. Absolutely love the Clone Wars altogether. But anyway, so I'm actually going to select a new reserve. And I'm not too sure which one. I kind of want to go for the Selfridge Peaks and just do some birds. But I've got the Savannah. I can go for wolves in Alaska. Let's go for some game hunting. And see what it's like. I don't know if we're going to have to start all over again. If so, we may have lost everything that we've just done. But if we have, whoopsie daisy. If not, brilliant.
Welcome to where I call home. I've been roaming these parts since I was old enough to, well, roam. There isn't a mountain or lake out here that hasn't been explored by either me or my dad. I hope that you get a chance to fall in love with Silver Ridge Peaks. If you're anything like me, it won't take long.
Obviously, we will keep one of our rifles with us. straight away there's a deer in the background.
Good morning. I hope you got a chance to grab a big breakfast before heading out. There's a lot of ground to cover and it's tough on an empty stomach. Anyway, I'm sure you'll be glad to know that I already have a job for you. While things are quiet, I've been using our outpost to store essential supplies. There is an outpost not far from you that has a small stockpile of bottled water and canned goods. I need you to grab some things from this outpost and ferry them over to one of our observation towers. Don't worry, it's not a long journey. You'll be back to hunting in no time. Before now, we've always just used the lakes for drinking water. But ever since Dad got ill, we've had to put emergency measures in place. We always had emergency supplies, of course. But now we need to account for the possibility that our entire water table is polluted. Dad and I are convinced that it's just the one lake, polluted by the old mining sump next to it. But it's taking forever to get tests done, and it's not worth the chance of someone else getting sick.
So straight away we've got coming to this new area, and we've already got wildlife roaming towards us. So the wildlife here isn't actually too shy. Which is good, but it can quite equally be bad.
This is the place. The supplies should be laid out, ready for you to pick them up. We need at least 6 water bottles, a couple of cans of peaches or whatever we've got there. And there should be a stack of flyers. Grab them too.
So apparently I've got my aim is terrible tonight. Right, as we're mainly here, as we're here in this area, we're gonna replace this 2-2 for the rifle purely because I want to mainly aim for birds here. You know, I want to go for small game for a change. So we're actually going to change out the Predator one. And we'll go for this one. We're going to bring out the Wildebeest and Springbok. The turkey, we'll bring out both the turkeys. And we'll bring out the mallard. Actually, ooh, do we go for the drake or the hen? I think the drake would be nice, actually. And we're basically going to have this bit of a loadout. It's a little bit different. But like I said, I'd like to try a different loadout in general. Let's just see. So so we've got.
Tracks are my go-to source for insight into animals in the reserve. Species, number, mood. You can learn a lot about them before you've ever spotted anything.
as I do, I've been using a lot of. I've not really been using.
You got everything? Fantastic. The tower isn't too far to go from here.
So we're actually going to do something we haven't done yet, and that's take our vehicle. So there's bison here as well. Now that's really cool. So there's a couple of different species here. So it's going to be nice to see a couple of different species of animal, to hunt a little bit differently, you know, and change up our game a little bit really. There is the savannah, which I'm not going to do just yet, because
fantastic. That tower should have everything it needs now. How's the view from up there? It's great to have a hunter like yourself around. I'm grateful for your help with the supplies. I can't wait to hear your Silver Ridge hunting stories. Things have been quiet here recently, but with a hunter of your caliber on the reserve, we're gonna show folks that this is still the best place in the Rockies to hunt. Plus, you're not the only one working with us. We were able to convince Remy Warren to visit, and he's been logging his solo hunts out here for a week or so. He's got a pretty decent following online, so hopefully he's impressed with the reserve. When I proposed using social media to promote the reserve, the board were a little hesitant. But they're giving us a chance to try something new, and I'm sure it'll be worth it. So I suppose you were wondering why I wanted you to grab the flyers, right? There are people who come out here just to visit the lake. I'm fine with people standing on the shore, but until we know exactly what's going on, we need to keep people out of it. I had these flyers made up so we can pin them to our bulletin boards. There's a trail that leads straight to the lake, so I'd like you to pin up one of these flyers at the trailhead. Now, the flyers cover the basics: heavy metals, mining waste, and why to avoid diving in. It's not much, but until we know more, it's all we have. The lake is beautiful, and it's always pulled in visitors. It still looks the same as it ever did. Maybe even better, now that it's calm and peaceful. But now, I can't look at it without seeing what it did to my dad, or what it's doing to the reserve. People discover that we have one contaminated lake and assume that the reserve isn't worth visiting anymore. So far, the local wildlife seems okay, but our bookings for visitors, and especially hunters, have dried up. I have a few contingency plans that I want to try out. I'm a little nervous, though, as our board can be a little conservative. And if my ideas don't involve pulling in hunters, it can be really tricky to get them on board. It was easier to convince the board to invite yourself and Remy into the reserve, given that you're both hunters with good reputations. I'm glad you said yes.
So
One down, one to go. Keep following the trail to the lake.
Right, so now we've got rid of the noise. I wanted to come here just purely for to be able to use my rifle a bit. As I haven't really used it a huge amount, and I just think it'd be quite nice to use, really. So we'll take the we'll just bring a
Take a look at the
2-2
water.
out.
If I hadn't told you, would you suspect that the lake was dangerous?
So already there's lots of wildlife. I mean, just over there you can actually see what looks like 2 bison. Yeah, 2 bison.
We might not be able to monitor the lake 24/7, but at least now people have been warned. Thanks for taking care of that. It's such a strange feeling to be publicizing the very issue that is hurting us at the moment. I know it's the responsible thing to do, but it still feels slightly like self-sabotage. Our summer season has already started, and normally this whole area would be covered with hikers. I've only seen a handful of people in the reserve recently. I'm sure that things will pick up eventually. But every day, I'm reminded that my dad was the major driving force behind this place. It's just bad timing, I suppose. We'd had some other issues with one of the board members. But that's in the past. The best thing to do is to keep pushing forward. I've got some big plans to help turn things around. Who knows?
The rodeo is the one.
Maybe we'll have this place at full strength by the time my dad gets back in the saddle.
So the rodeo is the one we don't really want to use much.
I'm talking a lot about family stuff, aren't I? I suppose work and family are the same thing for me, you know? I've been watching my dad do this job since I was a kid. Let's change the subject, shall we? I've got a job that I'd like you to take care of. The big plans I mentioned before? One of these plans is a little passion project of mine. We're gonna need some gear. Repelling gear, actually. I have stashed a few bags at one of the nearby outposts, and I'd like you to head over there and pick them up, when you can. I've been doing adventure sports for about 10 years or so now. It started with bouldering and rock climbing while I was on a high school trip. Last year, I got an accreditation as an instructor, and I was planning on teaching classes. When my dad got ill, I put it on the back burner. But now, I think we have a good opportunity to commit to it. Unfortunately, I'm a little too busy to teach classes just now. But one of my base jumping friends, Sammy, took the same course as me, so she's gonna lead the class instead.
So we're slowly making our way over to the point, but we're just enticing a couple of animals. Just seeing if we get anything. There's lots of animals around this area. We've seen so much already, and we've not long started. I mean, there's more bird activity, that's for sure. So over there, there's some. Looks like there's some deer of some sort. So we're gonna make our way over there. Just see if we can not freak them out too much. So I'm seeing about 3. And I want to get close to them, and I do want to take at least one of them out just to have a look. So we'll have to be careful and quiet. We'll get as close as possible, and then we'll use our musket to take one out. Or we'll actually no, we'll use our M1 as the M1. We can take a couple of hits at maybe one or two of them instead. Maybe two or all three of them. I don't know if this is going to work on them. I'm hoping it does. At the same time, I'm hoping it doesn't scare them. Love the sound of the woodpeckers in the distance. So I don't know how close I am to them, but I don't want to stand up because that could scare them away. So we'll just keep moving. Hope that they haven't gone already and they're still grazing. Because if they're still grazing, we can take one or two of them out. I don't know how far they are. As I can't currently see them. I just need to watch my noise and be careful that I don't spook them if they've not already buggered up. So they're still there. I still have a ways to go, as I want to see how close I can get to be able to take the shot. So they're just over there, but I don't want to scare them away, but I do want to get there a little bit quicker. Equally, we don't want them to get spooked. So I'm just going to try and get as close as possible, as quiet as possible. When I have a clear shot, so they've just issued a warning call, so I'm just waiting for my heart rate to go down before I can actually take a good shot. So we hit a couple of them there. So it just means now we can run up and Dribbles can do his job. Whether they got far or not, I don't know. One of them definitely didn't.
The pronghorn is the fastest land mammal in North America. They're not as sensitive to noise as some of the other animals in the reserve, but they trust their eyes, so stay down and hidden to prevent them from bolting.
I'll wait for... I'll wait for Dribbles, because he's onto something here. Don't know if Dribbles has lost it or not. He's still going for it. So I hit the vital organs of one of them, so... I think he's tracking the one that we didn't hit the vital organs on. It's the only one that would have made it this far. So we're actually going to take out our M1, our musket and take it down when we see it. So here's one. We know we saw another one. So we'll start running back up the road. Ah, so there's a turkey there. We actually have a... Oh look. So we're actually going to try our 2-2 here. So I don't think that went too bad, to be fair, for the turkey. All in the sternum. So, and it gives you good money. So we'll carry on with the turkey hunting, because this is why I wanted to come here anyway. Well, come on. And I also wanted to mix up the way I actually hunt as well. So in my inventory, if I take out the... if I take out the doe deer, I actually have a portable structure, and I'd like to shake up the way I'm hunting. Oh, so there's a bison there. Don't know if this does bison. I'm just hoping that my musket will be able to take a bison down, because I don't know a lot about bison. They could be aggressive because of the size they are. So I'm not too sure how it's going to go if I run into a... He's close. I am a little bit worried for when we first run into a bison, as it's something that we haven't done. But I'm also looking forward to it. I'm hoping one musket shot is enough, but they look very muscly, and I haven't tested this on a bear. The only thing that I've tested this on is deers, coyotes. Whoa, he is very close. So we hit him, but he ran away, so, oh, he could run towards us. But he's not that fast at running, so I think I may have got a major hit on him. I'm not seeing any blood trail. Yep, so we did hit him. And a vital organ
Even a
was
black bear
hit.
won't take on a fully grown bison lightly. They're awesome creatures, and you should treat them with respect if you want to live to tell the tale.
So we actually managed to get the bison. That was our first bison. There's another one there. I want to get close and take a couple of hits at another bison. Because I know the big animals, I know it may not go to plan. So I know there's two bison. Actually, there's three. I know there's one on to the left, and there's two in front. I don't know what they react to, but I know... Oh, there's actually quite a few bison there. I'm seeing at least three. So that one was a hit. But they don't really run, do they? They're more just like kind of jog away from the area. Don't get me wrong, they might be a pain in the ass to track because they are quite a big guy, so you don't really want to get too close. But at the same time, it's not an animal you really want to mess with. So that's one bison down. We'll see if we can take down a couple of them. Oh, he's a bit close. Let our breath get back before we see about taking another shot. We'll collect this trophy first. We managed to get the liver and lung. You don't get a huge amount of money for the bison. We got more for a turkey, but a bison is a bigger animal. I'm not too sure what that was. So that was a mule deer. But so I'll just come into the opening a little bit here. I just want to set up, not a mallard, I just want to set this up. And I want to enter it. We've got a good view of everywhere but the door. I just want to see if I can get any turkeys to come out. Too sure how you put this down, so let's figure that out. There you go. There's a turkey there. Don't ask me how I spotted it, because I'm not too sure. But we'll slowly make our way over. So there's a deer and the turkey. We want the turkey because I want to do a bit more bird hunting. Right, so we've got the interest of this mating, of this female over here. Keeps doing a mating call. So we'll just keep replying in return until we get a bit closer. So we're getting a couple of replies. Oh, there you go. So I managed to get the turkey. I wasn't expecting the turkey to fly for some reason. I don't know why. I believe that's a bison over there. Yeah, it looks like a bison. It looks like a turkey next to it as well. Yeah. So, we'll head over towards that way. So we actually need more. What? I do want to see if my M1 will be able to take down a bison. It'll probably take a couple of hits, but we'll have a look. If not, I'm up for the chase, because we haven't actually tracked anything here yet in this new area. But obviously bison are quite reluctant considering their size. They let you get pretty close, so we'll get as close as we can. We'll let our breathing calm down. Then I'm just going to take a couple of shots at this bison in front of us. Just see how many I can get on it. Absolutely love that sound. So we hit it a couple of times. I don't know how many times. We'll go find out. And we'll see if there was any blood missing or anything like that. So I'll get Dribbles to start searching for blood. So we've got quite a few, lots of animals around it. I do like the open space. I much prefer it over the where is he? How's that? So I know the bison we hit. He must have been bleeding, surely. Yep. There we go. Just found something. We've got our musket ready, because we don't know how vital, like how badly the bison was hit. All we know is we hit him. So if we manage to catch up to the bison, he should just bark, and hopefully I can spot it. I mean, it is a bison after all, so I'd like to think I'd be able to spot it if I'm able to spot turkeys from a good distance. So I know we've got a bison to our right giving warning calls, but we don't know if that's the bison that we're after. We haven't got a shotgun, so we do have to be careful. So that bison went to choose violence, but I think the musket managed to get it. We'll just reload our musket, just in case another bison comes up, because it is. We didn't bring a shotgun. The only weapons we've got, the only weapons we have is our musket, our M1, and then a 2-2. That is it. So we managed to hit the lung and liver. I think that was with the musket. This did the most damage, and the rest of it was the. So we actually need a lot of ammunition. We don't have a lot of anything. So we'll make it to. So we'll go to here first. I know it's turning away from the objective, but I'd rather go get ammunition and be able to hunt towards the objective than running out of ammunition before we get there. Because we've only got 6 rounds, polymer rounds for the M1. We've only got 27 for the musket. I know that's a lot, but you've got to think the reload time is very slow. And then we've only got 8 pellets. So there's a bison up here. So we'll just slowly walk now. We're not going to run. We want our heart rate to be okay, so if it is close we can shoot. Because the last thing we need is a wobbly. I'm also going to take the sight off, because we did get into a bit of a sticky situation where we couldn't actually use the weapon because it was a bit too close. So I'm not too sure where this bison is, so I am being cautious, because I thought it might have been in here, but it's not. But quite equally, it could just be down here. I'm not too sure where it is, so like I say, we will be careful. Also, there's also a black bear over that way. So that's all we need, is bisons and black bears. So we do need to be very careful in this area. But quite equally, we can have a bit of fun. I have got mallards as well, but I want more 2-2 rounds before pellets before I actually do use the mallard. So I'm carrying around ducks with me, not the train mallard. So yeah, we'll just be very careful. Walk. Okay. I wasn't expecting that. I wasn't expecting a herd. So we'll shoot a couple of them. Try and take a few down. Get some money before we go. So I'm not too sure if I've actually hit. Yeah, so I've hit one. So definitely need to see if there's going to be a more penetrable weapon. Oh, he's found blood, so we can run after the bison. But we need to be careful because they are in a herd. We'll take our scope off as well. As they are just here. So now I'm going to track that one bison. Not that we have to track him far, because apparently we did hit him really good. See, they haven't even travelled far.
I've been hunting mule deer for 20 years, but let me tell you, they still find ways to surprise me. They'll hear you coming from a good way off if they haven't already picked up your scent. Lucky for us, it's hard for them to camouflage themselves in the green meadows of Colorado.
So I think if I can find a faster reloading weapon that hits heavy, then the bison would be a good way to get money, because obviously they're in a herd. And we're just following the herd and just picking them off. I don't know if we actually hit that one. We'll get dribbles to just have a quick sniff around. Oh, he's picked up something, so he must have hit one. Oh, I see a bison, I think. Yeah, the bison's running away. Let our breath calm down, because we don't know where he's gone. I think that was the bison there. I think it's a bison, but I don't know if it's the bison. So it's, I think we're just kind of caught up. I think we're just caught up to the herd again. Oh, so there's a turkey there. So we're doing quite a bit of damage to the area around us, to be fair. We've hit a couple of bison. We've hit a turkey. The turkey did actually come down. That bison's now had 2 hits. So it's just a through and through with the turkey. And there's the bison. That's what we wanted. So actually a deer per head. But I'm happy hunting bison and turkeys here because we did quite a lot of deer hunting in the other place. So I'm happy just following a herd of bison around and just picking them off one by one. But we'll start heading back to our area because we need ammunition, and we actually went a little bit further than I thought we did. So I've only got very little ammunition left. Oh, so another bison actually fell. So we hit 2 bison. So that just adds up. So now we've got 11,000. We'll be able to get a lot of money. So hello as well. Yeah, so now we've got 11,000, we'll be able to get more ammunition and set up properly. And move forward onto them. Not too sure where that came from. But we'll move onto our area that we was heading to in the first place before we got distracted by a herd of bison. And then once we get to the area, we'll stock up, we will get everything ready and then move forward. I believe, yeah, my quad bike's there. So what we'll do is we'll jump on the quad and we'll make the journey a little bit quicker. I know it's a lot noisier, so you won't be able to hear me, but we'll go to the cabin and do that, because like I say, we need more ammunition. There we go, so fast travel is now available for this outpost. And we need here. So we need a heavy hitting that is gonna hit and penetrate a bison for a serious amount of damage. And I want something that's the same as this. It's penetration of 40, so it does a heck of a lot of damage. But we need something a little bit more faster on the reload. So something like this would be absolutely amazing. Because it's penetration 40, 150. I'm not too sure we can actually get one. So that's not good for bison. We definitely need something that's good for bison, because I quite like doing the bison. Hunting for the bison's quite fun. So we just need something a little bit more quicker on the reload. And some of this just overall a little bit better. We'll have a look at stuff that we can have, or that we have rather. Because if we can get something that's free that can take on bison, that'd be perfect. So we can't have that. We've got a musket. We've got an M1. I'm not too sure why that's locked. But it can't do bison anyway. We will find something, it's just a case of finding it. So I think we're just going to have to wait out for the Magnum, which, you know, we're not... Well, we are far away from it, to be fair, unless we get 36,000, which I don't know how you get that much. So what we'll do for now is, I don't know if we actually, that's not a bad idea, I don't know if we can get big game. So there is big game, but they are expensive. But I'm happy to get some of these ones, as it's penetrative of 90. So I'm happy to get some and try some, because it's 30 meters, which is pretty close, but you've seen how close we can get to the bison. So we'll get 10 for now, and then we need to load up on just caught my eye. I don't know if this is. Oh. It just caught my eye. I just heard something running around. I thought it was the dog, but I saw the dog next to me, so I just had to have a quick gander. Luckily I did, because it was a black bear. But back to what we was doing. So we need... What do we need? What weapons have we got? So we're using... We'll buy another 10 of these, so we've got 29 of them. We're not using a handgun and we're not using a shotgun, so everything we need is under the rifles. So we need the M1. So we need to buy another 30 of these. Just so then that way we've... Do you know what? We'll make it 40. That way we've actually got enough for a while. So we've got M1. Then we just need the ammunition for these. So the hollow jacket. Because these are only 200 each. We'll buy loads. And just means we can spray them around. We can have a bit of fun. There we go. We've got 73 of them now. So that's plenty. So in our storage, we're actually going to take out... well, what we're going to do is we're going to... I want to change the way that we're hunting slightly. I'm not too sure. Let me just see if these are pure night vision. Because if they are, not the best. So what we'll do is, I actually want to have a look at binoculars. So we can get rangefinder there for 12,000. We don't do a lot of night hunting. I prefer it through the day, so we're actually going to take the night vision out. We're going to keep our thing in here. And then see if there's a way of... No, so you can't split it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave it in there so we've got plenty of space. But I'm going to take these and I'm going to take the crossbow. Now I believe I actually have a sight for the crossbow. Yeah, so I have a sight for the crossbow. And we're going to leave it as that. It's a bit of a different setup. We're just going to move our laws down and a spray. I'm going to move the crossbow across. I'm going to put the sights on. And then there's actually something I do want to buy. So we've got decoys, we've got scents, and we've got callers. But there's also consumables, and I would like to buy some dog treats. They are expensive, but you know, that's fine. I'm not too sure how you actually feed him. Yeah, I'm not too sure where they've gone. I can't see them under anything. So unless they're in my storage... yes, there they are. Oh, okay. Where is he? There we go. So now we've got a lot of ammunition. We've got 29 for the musket. We've got 40 for the M1. And we've got 73 for the 2.2. Because like I said, I want to change the way I'm doing it. I want to change the way I'm hunting. I want to try different things. Oh, and then we've also got the crossbow. I've only got 10. As they are expensive. We'll buy one more. Just in that way we don't have to worry too much. Straight away there's a couple of bison. Oh no. A bear. Gonna have him track for blood because I know that bear that went past, we might have hit it. I don't know if we did. Oh. There's a couple of bears about, so there's a few bears about, to be fair. I haven't got a shotgun, so if they charge at us, we are naffed. As a 2-2 isn't going to do shit to a bear. So if I'm handling bears, I want to handle them one at a time. And very carefully and at a distance. The last thing I want is a bloody bear at me. That's why I'm trying to be careful on where we're going. I'm trying to spot them. I'm just gonna. Don't need to spray, but I just want to spray. Deodorant El Hunter. So we managed to hit it. We saw it fall over. But I forgot to reload, so we couldn't take another shot straight after. So now we've got to go hunt for it, but we've got to be careful. There's a bear! I'm being chased by a bear. Oh no. I thought it was a bear running after me. Apparently it was a bison. I don't know which one's scarier. But I'm glad the dog stopped me. Right, where is he? There he's there. Right, now we need to run over here and see if we can see the animal that we hit. See if it went down or not. Because if it didn't go down, it's had too much of a head start now. I'll just check the dog's level as well, so. Oh. May have found something. I've lost Doggo. Doggo's there. So there's bison up there. Oh, he's spotted something. So first things first, we'll give him a treat because he did that. I didn't even think we'd be able to catch it. Oh, it turns out, got the scapula. So as we saw bison up here, I want to head this way. I want to test out these arrows. So I'm not bothered about the pronghorn. I just want bison. I'm very content and happy with just hunting bison. Talking about I don't know where all the bison have gone. Hope we can find them. But right now we'll see if we can book a blood trail, see if we hit anything. Looks like I might have actually missed that one. So I'll head to the point and hunt on the way. I nearly said let's just go back to where we found the bison herd and deal with the bison, but I'd much rather have a little look around. I'm sure we'll find bison on the way. There we go. So again, pronghorn, I'm not too fussed. I would much rather have bison and turkeys. I believe that might, it's either, thought it was either a bison or a black bear up ahead, but apparently it's not. Apparently it's just a bush. So there's a pronghorn that's bothered by me. I can't see it, so can't be that much with that. He's really bothered by me. We'll keep a distance, because I'm not, like I say, I'm not too fussed about the pronghorn. I want the turkey. Turkey and bison. Oh dear. Okay, so we do need to be careful because they're black bear or brown bear. They're just a bear. Big thing on steroids. So we do need to be careful. So I'll take the scope off my musket unless I need to use my scope. Because my musket will do the most damage other than my crossbow, which is the only thing I've got if we get charged by a bear. I hope not. I can't believe we nearly got charged by a bison. I thought it was a bear because obviously we've seen about 4 bears around the lake. And out of nowhere, a bison pops up. So what's that big could be apparently sneaky, so... Oh dear.
The gear is in here. I packed it into a couple of backpacks. It shouldn't be too heavy.
Wow, that's a lot.
You got everything? There's a good rock face nearby that Sammy can use to teach her beginners. If I recall correctly, you also have some mountain climbing experience.
No?
I get it. Those mountain goats aren't easy to catch. There's some good anchoring points at the top of the rock face. If you can get those ropes nice and secure, it'll save Sammy some time and help the class.
Not too sure what he's on about, but okay. So there's a bison there. I really want to use the bow. So we're gonna kind of try and get close to it and use the bow. We do need to be careful. I didn't see where that bison went. And it's quite clear that bison can be aggressive. Oh, I believe that's a bear. Just gotta be careful because I know he just circled back this way, but I don't know where he went to after that. Oh, he's there. Yeah, so I managed to get a good hit on that. Let's stick to the road, see what we can see. Just take a nice
Tracks are my
steady
go-to
walk.
source for insight into animals in the reserve. Species, number, mood. You can learn a lot about them before you've ever spotted anything.
Yeah, so as I was saying, we're just going to take a nice steady walk down the road, see what we can spot. Not actively hunting for anything right now. So I'll have a pellet rifle out and I just want to switch around.
Truth be told, I've wanted to start an extreme sports group here for a long time, but the old chairman of the board pushed back against anything that wasn't hunting. He was very old-fashioned, though. The patriarch of the Simpkins Electronics empire. He even forced his vegan animal rights activist son, Timothy, to come with him on hunting trips to Africa. Accused the activist of brainwashing his son. The family reputation around here dropped quite dramatically when my dad caught Timothy drinking and dealing drugs inside the reserve. Simpkins actually used his power on the board to keep my dad quiet. But the next time my dad caught Tim in the reserve, he wasn't just dealing drugs. He had been poaching. Dad called it in without even telling Simpkins Sr. Of course, he was furious. Tried to get my dad fired, actually. But all credit to the board. They stuck with my old man. All these changes I want to make will hopefully account for the loss of the Simpkins' money and influence. This is just a start, too. I'm proposing snowboarding and extreme skiing for the winter. I've got some friends who I'd love to invite over to shoot some videos. Could be fun, don't you think? Anyway, if the rappelling goes well and makes a little money, I think the old folks on the board will start to come around. That looks great. I doubt I could have done a better job myself. Don't let the ropes down. We don't need them getting all tangled up. I really appreciate your help with this one. It's been an uphill battle to get to this point, and I'm disappointed that I can't be there to run the classes myself. If I'm being honest, I have a lot invested in the classes going well. There's still some people on the board who are friends with the old chairman, and it seems pretty clear that they don't like me proposing new ideas. Anyway, I'll let Sammy know that we're good to go. I trust her to take care of it.
There you go, so
Hey, so listen. There might be a situation going on at the moment and I could really use your help to check it out. It's not just gold and silver mining that took place out here. Even more recently, there was a working uranium mine in the area. When the reserve was established, we took responsibility for keeping it safe. Anyway, the old uranium mine is very rarely a problem. But recently, it appears that one of our neighbors, a guy I went to school with actually, has been spotted camping out around the mine. His name's Bobby Joe Jefferson. He's normally just a nuisance, driving his quad bike around and setting up little shooting ranges with tin cans. He makes the deer and turkeys extra skittish, so the hunters hate him. Can you head over to the mine and see what's going on? He's allowed to hike and camp there, but I don't want him going anywhere near the entrance itself.
how far we got to travel? 2 kilometers. Very, very long way. So we'll start moving. Yeah, it's very long way. don't know if it's called Dinosaur Hill for obvious reasons, or if it's called Dinosaur Hill because of how bloody steep it is. How big your feet need to be just to get up here. I think this is the highest you can get. Oh dear, that could have ended badly. Over a kilometre and a half. We'll get to this point, and then I'm going to fast travel back and end it for the night, as it is getting quite late. Almost there. Oh dear. Hopefully I can get some sleep tonight. Did see it, but now I can't. No idea what that was. I guess it was that thing there. I did not see what it was. So it's an elk. Let's see if we can catch up to it. I think it's done a runner. All it reminded me of then was Polar Express, the caribou. So we're not too far from a destination now, we're less than a kilometre. So we'll just keep running towards the destination. We're keeping our musket on because we don't know where there's any black bears or bisons that are going to run at us. And the musket is quite a powerful weapon. The only thing that's more powerful than this is the crossbow that we've got, but I'm not. Oh dear! I'm not getting into the whole crossbow just yet because it's only got a small range, whereas at least the musket has got the furthest range. So we did a massive amount of damage there. So we got the intestines, pelvis, stomach, liver and left lung, all with one hit. So that was quite a devastating hit. So you can see the deer just there, but it's out of range for us, so I'm not too fussed. Even if it was in range, I wouldn't be too bothered anyway. We're not building anything either this time.
Okay, first things first. Let's make sure that the mine itself is still secure. A trail camera? I've used these for work and for hunting before. This one shouldn't be here, though. We don't want hunters so close to the mine. Grab the camera. Another trail camera. Bobby Joe doesn't have a permit to hunt here. Is he poaching? Hopefully that's the last one. That's gotta pick him up and I'll put him in our lost and found when I can take him from you. Let's go find his camp, shall we? It was actually Remy that called this one in. He doesn't know who Bobby Joe is, but I knew who it was as soon as Remy described him.
Work trying to contact me this time? Don't think so. Yeah, so we'll get to this camp and then we'll fast travel back to one of the cabins. There's my headset's now low battery, and it's getting late, so, and I've got a few bits to sort, so we'll get to this camp and then we'll go back to the cabin and turn off for the night. This place is a nice place to do some duck
That
hunting
looks
as
like
well.
his camp. Any sign of him? Rifle cartridges. That's not good news. Binoculars. Maybe he was hunting. That's our sign. Pick it up, would you? Secret uranium mining. Government conspiracy? I'll be honest. I never credited Bobby Joe with this much imagination in high school. Replant the sign, and we're done here for now. A journal? Maybe this'll show us why he's out here. You know what makes this extra weird? He actually has done some detective work. Enough to convince himself to camp here.
Right, so actually what we'll do is we will fast travel here, and what I'll do is I'll jump on a quad bike tomorrow and we'll travel up that way, as it is late and I've got bits to do, so we'll end the stream once we've exited the game. Again, yeah, thank you for your time. I hope you enjoyed the stream, and we will see you next time.